Hello and welcome to this week's tarot reading for all earth signs, Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn. I hope this finds you well. I trust you'll use your own intuition as your primary instrument of resonance. Leave behind what does not reverberate. Tarot does not tell the future. The only thing that determines your future is how you react, reflect and respond to the messages herein. In front of me I have many cards that have the color orange on them. I have the Lust card, the Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Eight of Swords here, and they have orange on them mostly because some of them are from the Thoth deck, but yeah, orange seems to be the color of this particular tarot reading. And orange is of course the sacral chakra. It is the point at which we gestate our creative ideas, our creative spirit. It's also the nakshatra of Shadabisha, which can be found in Aquarius, which is also ruled by Saturn, who rules Capricorn. So it's this higher expression of Saturn, of course. But yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of creative energy coming through for you in the month of December or this week. And it's coupled with a sense of slowly but surely, slowly, as not to alarm either yourself with, overworking yourself, overloading yourself with all of these ideas. You're kind of keeping them more constrained, more scheduled, more restricted, in that you're very regimented in what you are wanting to achieve with these ideas, because you have felt in the past that these ideas have just kind of carried you off very far away from where you actually wanted to be, and it's almost like this mania has kind of taken over. But you are slowly but surely, the Eight of Swords here, just tiptoeing forward through the creative waters there that this woman has. And she is the ground first of all is orange, and then the clothes that she is decked out in are also orange. So she's understanding the groundedness that is needed in order to walk through these creative waters and to kind of get away from these fickle swords. Like I was saying, it's this fickle mentality, this flightiness of these ideas that really start to sweep you up and swoop you away from anything that can be made tangible, anything that can actually be given any sort of form. And the other sense that I'm getting here of not being alarmed or not alarming comes from the Judgment card. And the alarmment is not to... alarmment, I don't even think that's a word. You don't want to alarm others as to what you are doing. You kind of want to just make this progress slowly, and then all of a sudden I'm sure that you will reveal, the grand reveal of whatever it is that you are wanting to create. And I also have the Nine of Pentacles here, and this is a Venus in Virgo card where she's actually in detriment, but with that there comes that conservatism. With that comes a knowing of the fact that the land will give when you need it, and it won't overgive to you. It's not going to just flourish for you in overbearance, because it understands that you only need as much as you have actually, what's the word, bargained for? No. That you've actually... oh goodness, I can't think of the word, that you have rationed for. That's not the right terminology, but it's kind of putting you on rations. The earth is putting you on these rations where you're only given as much as you actually need and no more. It's kind of like pain relief. We see that there's an abuse of pain relief because the receptors that are needing morphine or oxycontin or whatever it is, there's only a certain amount of them. So there's 5 receptors that need oxycontin, for an example, and then you give a dose that's actually 6 receptors worth. So then you have this oxycontin just kind of running around in your system, causing this havoc and causing this addiction, which is, that's essentially where addiction comes from, is that the amount of pain medication that has been administered doesn't actually match up exactly to the amount of pain that someone has, and that's where we come into disease in a different way. And it's because there's this one molecule that's just kind of wreaking havoc, or it's decaying. That's the other thing, the decay that comes from this excess of whatever it is. And if you don't know how to use up the excess, then, like I said, it just rots and it goes to waste, and you forget about it and all those sorts of things. So I really do see this creative power in you, but it's very controlled, with the Four of Discs here, which is the Sun in Capricorn, which is, the card literally is the power card. Holding on to that power, holding on to all these elementals. On this particular disc, there are all the glyphs for all of the signs, and like water, fire, earth, and air is what I mean. And there's this gate as well that is at the very front of this. Actually, it kind of looks like, now that I actually look at this card, it looks like a fortress. And there's a gate at the very entrance of the fortress, and the sun is at the back half of the card, kind of beaming down on this fortress, and then the Capricorn sign is making its way up the pathway into this fortress. So it is very fortified, these walls, and each element has its place. Each step is kind of accounted for, and that's what I was talking about before, where it's very scheduled, it's very regimented, and very in line with earth signs. We also have the Hierophant here, which is indicative of Taurus and also Libra. So there is that Taurus and Venus, which is also that that creative expression that comes through from Venus. And we have the Lust card, or the Strength card, as well as the Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and I think I've said them all now. But there's this very big sense of being in your domain, being controlled with the Emperor here, not making any rash decisions, not getting carried away with things, not letting your head just kind of trail away from your body. And the Emperor is represented by the rams, or Aries, so it is very heady, but it's the fiery spirit of the creative energy. And you have to know who you are, what you're doing. That's what Aries represents, I am. And you have to know what you are, what you're doing. So if you're thinking of writing a white paper, writing a roadmap, like I said, schedules, lists, bullet journaling as well. When I was in university, I used to do bullet journaling a lot. And if you haven't heard of bullet journaling, I would so recommend it. It was just a godsend to keeping everything as it should. Like, I just don't know how else to express it. And it was actually a very creative process too. You can take it down to the very bare bones of bullet journaling. But there are some people out there, especially if you go on Pinterest, you will see the creative expression of bullet journaling come out. It's both. It's the best of both. I feel it's the left hand brain and the right hand brain coming together, and you just make music. It's a really incredible system of organization. Essentially. So I do see there is a lot of creative potential here, a lot of creative energy, but you are knowing how to direct it this time, I feel, and you're knowing when to keep your mouth shut, when to announce things. And I always think of the saying, under promise, over deliver, because when you do that, it really makes people's days. It really just elevates everything beyond all expectations, even for yourself. And from there you can't go wrong with that. Under deliver, over promise. No, under promise, over deliver. I can't believe I effed that up. But yeah, I'm just seeing, so much creative energy, so much control, knowing who you are, knowing what it is that you need to do, and applying these principles within yourself, and then applying them to your environment too. You might be realizing that your environment around you is just chaotic. It's not a good place for creative ideas to actually grow. It's stagnating. It's limiting in the fact that you don't have the tools that you need to actually complete the work. And even just the people around you could be just very distracting. So you're really just moving away from all of these things that are causing you to not be able to focus. Essentially, focus is the aim of this month, I feel. All right. Thank you for listening. Bye.